everyone, it's Diane here. Welcome to my channel, Beyond the Sewing Room. So today I thought I'd share a little remake that I'm going to be doing. So I was thinking about making some jeans. Now I still may do that, but on a Friday we had a little walk and we went to a charity shop because my husband was looking for jeans and I actually picked up a pair. Now there were quite a few pairs in there and I like to sort of refashion things when I can, rather than just constantly adding to the cycle of new all the time. So I do like to do things up, and I do this with my own clothes. If I get fed up with them, I tend to change them and make them into something new. So my clothes do last a long time. So this particular pair of jeans, I love the denim. Now it's black denim, and there were quite a few pairs, but this pair, it looked really in good condition. I don't know the make, so I'll show them to you. It's just got a basic size labelling and it says made in Korea. Now they're too big for me, they're way too big, they come up too high, they don't sit where they should, and the leg is just straight down. Now it's not straight down in the way that I've got some wide leg jeans and they're really wide, they're supposed to be like that. These are just that sort of in between, just shapeless straight leg. Now I've tried them on and I'll show you them on in a minute so you can see what I mean. As I said, they come up too high. I'm going to have to take the waistband off and completely reposition the waist and resize it. And also, I can pull them up and they will fit my leg length just if I do that. And that will make the bottom sort of sit in the right place and the crotch underneath. As I said, if I resize the waist, possibly put some darts in. I know darts in jeans sounds a little bit strange, but we will try it. And they were only £5 and I'm going to give this a good go, and then I'm going to reshape the leg completely. So I'll probably have them more fitted at the thigh and sort of around the buttock, loose around the knee because I don't want anything sort of grabbing around my knee, and sort of straight at the bottom, not clinging to my calves like skinny, but more slim than they are at the minute. So these are the jeans. So as you can see, they're a really good black, they're a really good denim. I like the denim, and the thing with when I was going to buy some denim, I was completely undecided on what to get. So I was looking at all the different ones, I wasn't sure what weight to get, I wasn't sure what it was going to feel like when I got it. I know you can get samples, but I was just indecisive and then just didn't order any. So when I saw the jeans on rails when we were out the other day and they were, you know, second hand, and thinking, well, that's going to save those jeans, I can make them into some new ones, and that's better because we're reusing fabric. So that's what I'm going to do with these today. So come along with me, maybe you've got some that you can do the same to, or maybe you'll see some when you're out charity shopping, and we'll see what we can do with these. Either way, they're going to be better than they are now, and I have resized jeans before and it's always worked out well. So my only thing is, because it's got this kind of button on, they are too big, so I could probably just take that off, do something with the hole if I need to keep that on the inside, and the button's going to be further over anyway. I have got some jeans buttons, so we'll see what happens with that, or maybe I could just alter the back and keep that in its current position. We'll see. So I'll show you them on now and you can see what I mean about the sort of look of them not being really for me and not fitting properly. Right, hopefully you can see me now. So as you can see, these are really big, so I'm going to turn to the side so that you can see. So these are the jeans. Way too big for me. I could pull them right up like this. There's loads of room in them. I found on the label inside it actually says M, but then it says 4 to 6. Well, there's no way these are a 4 to 6, no way. Unless it means different in Korea. Probably just sizing's different. So they're really big, look. I can pull them right up, and then when I pull them right up, suddenly that looks so much better. So if I can make those fit high-waisted up here, like this, that would then be a good fit here because that's all sitting where it should, but you've got all this bulk around the front. So that's why I think I need to do some shaping here. Take this waistband off, do some shaping so that this all sits where it should. But then, if I come back here, you can see the legs, it's just quite a shapeless leg as well. loose and baggy, and at the bottom it just sticks out square like that. So I don't like that. So that's going to need to be changed. So I'm sure we can do something with these, but as you can see they're a really good, like denim. Feels like a really good weight. So first of all I'm unpicking this waistband here, look. So just take your time with this. I'm leaving these attached to the waistband, these belt loops, at first. I may not leave them on when I come to reattach it, we'll see. Depends where they sit really. So I'm going to leave them on for now. Just unpick it carefully all the way around, because if you rush it you may cut into the denim somewhere that you don't want to. So just do that first of all, and then we'll decide where the dart's going to go. So there we have the waistband off, all in one piece. Now, so what I'm thinking is, if I do some nice deep darts at the front here, either side of the zip, and then top stitch them so that they look a bit of a feature, and then maybe also a couple in the back here, probably more at the front, but just a couple of little ones in the back, just to take an extra bit out of the waist there as well, so that I'm not just pulling it all round to the front and so that this side seam hangs in the wrong place. I mean, I could take it from the side, but it's just so thick at the sides. And I'm just thinking this might be just a nice way to do it. At the thinner parts of the denim, where we haven't got all this bulk. And it also doesn't interfere with this nice top stitching at the sides also. So I'm going to do that first of all. Pin the waistband to it, see how that's lying. I'll try them on without the waistband as well, just to see how they're sitting on me before I go any further. Right, so I've changed to a denim needle. I've marked it with chalk on the inside where I want these darts to lie at the front. And I've done that on both sides. And now I'm just going to stitch those in place. Then have a look what they look like when it's on. It's always harder to do darts once you've got something already made up. So I've done the darts in the front, and I've also put a couple of little ones in the back loop here. Just cut myself with the unpicker as well. I've unpicked a little bit of the top stitching here at the top on the hips, because I am going to run it in a little on the hip, just below the pocket there, down the leg. I'm going to take quite a bit out of the leg, sort of centimetre up top, and then widening to 1 inch all the way down, probably a little bit more at the bottom, because they are quite wide, look, but not in a good way. So I make those straight but not skinny at the bottom. So I'm going to run down the sides now. I'll just taper it from here at the top. So I've sewn down both sides of the legs now, and I've trimmed it off. So what I did, I stitched all the way down one side of the leg, tried them on, checked it looked like it needed a touch more, so I run up it again, and then I've choked down the other leg so that it matches, stitch that one, and then now I've trimmed it off. So now I'm going to overlock that. So if you haven't got an overlocker, you could just edge finish, zigzag stitch this, or you could even use your pinking shears on it really if you've got pinking shears, but it's best if you zigzag it and it'll stop it fraying out later. I've also completely undone the bottom of the hem so that I can properly re-hem this rather than just trying to join up the stitching. And also I did think, so it'll give me a little bit extra, I think I'll put a piece of binding around the bottom and then just turn it at once, because I had to pull them up further, get them to sit in the right place, and then I've taken the waistband off. I thought that just gives me a little bit extra at the bottom if I put a piece of binding round first, turn that to the inside, so that gives me that extra bit for the hem, and I can have this hem down sort of an extra 3/4 inch. It gives me that little bit extra in the leg, so that they don't look like they're just sitting at the ankle, that they do come down to my shoe. So that's what I'm going to do with the hem. I also now need to reattach the waistband, so I'm going to overlock the sides, give them a press, I'll leave the hem until last, and then I'm going to put the waistband on. So what I've decided is, so that I can just leave the button and the buttonhole in place, I'll just need to redo this top stitch in here. I've taken out, or I'm going to take out, a chunk at the back. So I've taken the waistband tab out. I've cut it exactly at that point. I'm going to take out what I need now, rejoin this together, and then I can add that back on over the top after, and then that will hide that seam. So I just think that's the easiest way to do this. So rejoin that now with the amount required taken out. So now I have my waistband back on, and what I've done, I've not tacked down the belt loop tabs yet. I've just left those loose. I pinned it in place first of all, where the pin's still in, and then I've hand stitched it on the outside with tacks and on the inside, just because sometimes having the pins in while you're top stitching, they do get in the way. So I've just tacked it down with hand stitches, and now I'm going to top stitch it. So I've changed to this colour, and I'm going to try and match that up as best I can. You can just see my hand stitches here and there. And then I'm going to stitch these belt loops back down after, so I'll keep them out of the way for now. So I've top stitched down my waistband now. I've tried to match it in as best I can, and I've also stitched down my belt loops. Now the back one I did have to do it by hand because it's so thick in places. Now at the hem I'm going to add on some binding, like I said. Well, actually I'm going to use seam tape, and I'm going to just stitch it to the bottom so that I can just turn it up. So it doesn't have to be turned up twice, it'll just be turned up once. And you will have that sort of distressed look at the bottom, but I don't mind that actually. So these are finished. I am really pleased with how these have turned out because they sit on my waist, which sometimes you never seem to get them that sit exactly where you want when you buy them. They're sort of midway or just here, and they cut in between. So now that I've moved these sit exactly where they should. So they fit better now on the bottom, look. I don't know if you can see, I've got it tucked in now. So now they fit where they should. They go in here. I've put a dart here and a dart here at the back, just a small one. And then here at the front we've got these two darts that I made that go to here. And I've pressed it, you can't really, it's not really obvious. I'll move the camera down so you can see the bottom. So here. So I didn't want them too tight around the knee. They're tighter on the thigh now because that's how I wanted them, around the bottom. But I didn't want them tight around the knee. And the bottom leg is just straight at the ankle. And I've managed to keep that little bit of extra length by redoing the hem. So I'm really happy with them. So that's a great pair of jeans for £5 that's been saved, and I will enjoy wearing them in the winter. So they did end up taking me a little bit longer than I thought, but I don't mind because I really like them and they do feel really comfy. Because as I said, sometimes you buy jeans or you make jeans and the waistband can be a tricky point because you want them to look nice when you're stood up, but sometimes when you're sat down they can cut in or they don't quite sit at the right place. So these do sit at my waist now because I've decided where I want them to be, and they are a nice fit. So that's great. I'm really pleased that I've managed to save something, do a refashion, and it's something that I was wanting to make anyway. Like I said, I've been looking at denims and it was a bit like, what weight do you go for? Do you want it stretched? Do you want it heavy denim? Is it going to be too stiff if it's heavy? So this was just what I was looking for. Now, please let me know in the comments below if you've done anything similar, if this is something that you're looking to do. Please do keep your eyes open for second-hand jeans because there are just so many out there, and sometimes they just need a tweak. They just need taking in a little bit on the leg, or they might just need hemming, don't be afraid of hemming them. You just need a denim needle. You can buy the top stitching cotton, or you can just use some in a similar colour. And if it's a case of they're not quite long enough, like I said, you can add a bit of bias tape to the unpicked hem and just turn it up once, and that will give you an extra little bit at the bottom. So that's something to watch for as well. I hope you enjoyed this today. I'll be back soon with more sewing, and thank you for watching. Bye for now.